What is going on, guys? Today we are starting a new video. We are starting a new video playlist, and it's going to be how the heroes train. How would the specific hero we're talking about be training? I'm going to be using my knowledge as a trainer and my knowledge of researching over 200 workout routines based on celebrities and characters for Superhero Jack to put together a video. This is ridiculous. That was Clark Kent. A video talking about the specific heroes' powers and abilities. We also have to keep in mind that we're human. A lot of these heroes are not, especially the one we're going to be talking about right off the bat is Superman. That was Clark Kent. Wanted that to be pretty cool. Was not cool at all. So I'm going to go through some of his powers and abilities. It's going to be easy for me because we have multiple workout routines on the site based on Superman. We actually have a character routine based on Superman, so I'm going to be reading his powers from that article. I pulled those articles together based on research done through like DC Wiki, DC's page, or Marvel's Wiki, the Heroes Wiki, stuff like that. And I research and I build a routine. So we do have multiple routines. I'm going to link to 3 below because we have Henry Cavill, Superman's character workout, and Brandon Routh has been Superman. Yeah, that's, I think, all 3. So I want to talk about quickly. He's got superhero strength, flight, super speed, invulnerability, vision, hearing, super breath, mental powers, super ventriloquism, super hypnotism, stamina, and healing factor. So, assuming Superman was a human and he needed to train for those abilities, we're going to be focusing on things that we could actually train for to become like Superman, and how he would train to get those powers that he's capable of getting with human-like training. So I want to start off by saying that we're going to pick a handful of those and we're going to talk about each one and how you go about doing that. If you want the actual routine on how to do it, you could use one of the 3 routines below, but for now we're going to break it down one by one how you would go about training for these specific abilities. So first and foremost, I want to start off with superhero strength. How would we train for that? Let's look it up. Alright, so superhero strength, how are we going to build muscle? Good question. There's a couple things we're going to want to focus on. First thing, we're going to want to focus on progressive overload. What is progressive overload? Progressive overload is the concept that, here I'll read it to you, great definition for you, here it goes. In order for a muscle to grow, strength to be gained, performance to increase, or any similar improvement to occur, the human body must be forced to adapt to a tension that is above and beyond what is previously experienced. So that means regardless of what you're doing, if you want to go for a workout routine where you're going to lift as heavy as possible like this, or if you're going to be going for a bodyweight circuit or calisthenic type movements like we've seen guys like the Arrow, Stephen Amell do, like this. So regardless of what you're going to be doing, you're going to want to increase and exert yourself more intensely than previously in order to gain strength and your muscles to grow. So progressive overload, number 1, boom. All right. I also really like to utilize pyramid training. There are different ways to utilize pyramid training. I'll link to the article on pyramid training below. I have a lot of articles to remember to link to, but I'm going to do it. Pyramid training, how I like to use it is you are going to start at a higher rep range with lower weight. So let's say I get 100-pound bench press for 12 to start, then 12 reps rather, 10 reps at, let's say, 200, 8 reps at 300, and that's just an example. So that would be my pyramid. I like to focus on that. I'm not saying you absolutely have to use that to gain muscle and strength, superhuman strength, but it is a tool that I like to use, so I want to put it in the video for you guys. And the third thing I want to say that is going to be the most important is going to be 2 things combined into one, because these aren't like these big scientific things. These are must-haves in my opinion. You're going to want to stick to a good workout routine. Find the workout routine that works for you and stick to it. A sustainable workout routine, something that's pushing you. You're going to need that, because if you quit, then you're not doing anything, so that's pointless. And the second part of that is to be, if you want to bulk and gain muscle, you're going to need to eat at a higher caloric intake in order to gain size. If that's your goal, you're going to want to do that. If you want to recomp, that's a different story. If you want to try to build strength while losing fat, that's a different story. That's a much slower process. We have the body recomp program that just released on the site. That's what I'm doing myself. It's really, really slow and kind of agonizing, so I suggest bulking if your goal is to gain weight and size and muscle. Bulking and then cutting. We have bulk programs for that. So what is next? I don't know. I have to click and find out. We don't know how to fly. I can't teach you how to fly, but you know what? Screw it. Let's figure out how to jump higher. Research it. Do it. Look it up. Alright, so Superman flies. I'm pretty sure I want to clip in some badass Superman flying right now. He does stuff like that. We're not going to be able to do that. Sorry to break it to you. We're going to learn how to jump higher. We're going to talk about that. So what are some things to do to jump higher? It's pretty simple, actually. One, you're going to have to get stronger. We just talked about that. Lucky for you. Boom. Some awesome movements for increasing the strength of your lower body and jumping higher are squats, deadlifts, weighted lunges, stuff like that. Stuff that we're going to probably use in our routine for getting stronger anyway. So that's one. Number two is you're probably going to want to get a little leaner. Make yourself more fly-worthy, I guess. So you're going to want to drop some fat off your body, get leaner. That's just going to make it easier to get off the ground. Gravity, I don't know. It's just a thing, I guess. Maybe some science people can maybe help me out in the comments with that. Comments with that. You know, talking's hard today. But anyways, you're going to want to get leaner. You're going to want to cut. For that, you're going to want your caloric intake to be lower. I know I just told you to get stronger. You're going to want it higher. But you know what? It's two different goals. So yeah, things are rough. You're going to also want to get explosive. Some things you could do for explosiveness is things like body weight movements, like box jumps. You could even add weight to those box jumps. You could add weight to jumping lunges. You could do jumping lunges. You're going to want to move quick, become explosive to get higher. What else? You're going to want to improve your technique. I can't teach you how to improve your jumping technique. I could jump pretty high, but my technique is probably way off. So if you're going to want to research how to improve your technique to jump higher. But the main three things are what I just went over. That's pretty awesome. What's next on our list to become like Superman? Good question, Mike. You're the one who's supposed to know. Ooh, well, considering we can't become invulnerable, we can't increase our hearing with our workout routine or our vision. I'm wearing contacts right now. I'm nearly blind. I'm not going to give you super breath or super mental powers or ventriloquism, hypnotism, or a healing factor. We're going to work on the next two things at the same exact time. We're going to increase our stamina and get super speed all at once. We're going to talk about it. Let's research how to get faster first. Do it. Alright, how do we get faster and how do we improve our stamina? The reason I wanted to put these together is because they're not necessarily meant to be together, like they're not like the same exact thing, but getting faster is very, very similar to jumping higher. You're going to want to get leaner, you're going to want to get stronger, you're going to want to do the movements that we just went over, like deadlifts and squats and stuff like that. That's going to in turn make you stronger. You're going to want to do things like jumps and sled pulls and resistant running. So maybe running on the beach would help if you guys don't have like some type of resistance work that you could put in. It's very similar to jumping higher, and since we can't fly, we'll be like Jessica Jones or something like that. Like, come on, Jessica Jones, jump! Anyways, That was pretty sweet. In order to get higher stamina, you're going to want to work on these things as well. And to improve your stamina, you're going to want to improve your cardiovascular health. You're going to want to do it like just how I talked about sustainability with your workout routine. You're going to want to sustain your training when it comes to your longer distance runs. You're going to want to work your way up. You maybe start with a mile, maybe start with a half a mile, work your way up to a mile. Every once in a while add in a 5K. You're going to want to sustain a routine that revolves around you building your stamina and your cardiovascular health. I do cardio every single day, basically, anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes. I add it in. Some days I do a run, some days I'll do high intensity interval training, but I'm building it and I'm getting better as I go. That's how you're going to improve your stamina, and you're going to train for stuff like that. We do have an actual flash style workout routine for runners in the academy. We always link to that. I'm not saying I'm going to link to that because it's already there. I'm not going to confuse myself with all this linking. But yes, that is how Superman would work out if he was a human. I'm going to try to keep these videos nice and short and awesome and sweet and add some cool clips of Superman wherever I can. I know I added Stephen Amell, and I'm going to add the Flash right now. But hopefully it's cool enough where it's cool enough to talk about on a weekly basis. These aren't going to be, maybe I'll go out and I'll push some trucks eventually, and I'll heighten these videos for you guys for your viewing pleasures. Give me some suggestions in the comment if you liked this video, if you want me to do more of these videos. A lot of these superheroes are going to have the same power, so it's going to be me repeating myself. I'll put on a different shirt, I'll add new clips, I'll do fun things, I'll talk about the same thing over and over, but for the most part it's going to be pretty cool, and I'm going to have fun doing it if you're going to have fun watching it. So let me know, give it a thumbs up because it's the first video in this playlist, and I've been looking at, I need sunglasses so badly. Where are they? I said to myself, I'm not wearing sunglasses because it's the first video of the playlist. We're not wearing sunglasses in every single video where I'm sitting at this stupid freaking coffee table and it's gonna look the same every single time. But I said I'm not doing it because I'm gonna look directly in the camera, and I haven't been. I feel like 75% of this video I'm just looking at myself, so I apologize. It's the camera's fault, honestly. But like this video, help me out, give me a thumbs up. We'll continue doing this if you like it. If not, I'll scrap the whole thing. I'll delete the video, I'll delete the whole YouTube channel. See you guys later. Hey guys, I love pepperoni, and if you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and check out the links below, I'll get to eat more pepperoni, like, because I'm a puppy, and I love pepperoni. Please, get me more pepperoni, I just need it. Oh yes, pepperoni's so good. Please subscribe and like.